This is New Glimmer. Thank you for joining me. So in this video I am gonna talk about this illustration. You can find the site here, and I saw this on Flat Earth British channel, and I was very curious about this. So basically he's claiming that there was a mud flood in recent years, or some sort of cataclysm that brought basically the pillars of humanity or human society down in very recent years. And this is allegedly from 1733. 1733, and this is at the time the Polish capital, and this I think was done by the French when they were visiting Poland and some parts of Russia. And this is all in La Galerie Agréable du Monde. This is French, but what was interesting to me was the illustrations, of course, but also the text in the beginning. And there is mind-blowing stuff here, but just to show you a little bit, I'm gonna maximize this. As you can see here, the layout of the capital of Poland in that year is just amazing. It's mind-blowing how they arrange their cities. You can see here the castle of the palace, beautifully done, and you can see that all the city has a structure behind walls, and there are people outside of the walls, but they seem to have districts. They were very organized, and also there is a river that surrounds the city, so the layout is very interesting. And here on this part you can see another structure, and you can see farms, how they arrange the farms. Now, to give you some context about this, is that all these illustrations were done allegedly for this book in 1733, the year, and we're gonna find some amazing stuff, not only on the architecture, but also in how they arrange their cities. And there are maps here, so if you want to visit, please visit the site and look these for yourself. They're awesome. I'll put a link in the description below. But I want to show you the intro. So this is Poland, the map of Poland at that time. See if we can get La Pologne here, done by the French. Very interesting stuff indeed. But here's another one, Pologne, the region of Pologne. This is Lithuania and Ukraine. I also noticed that the V here, they said it Vikraini instead of Ukraine. They did the V. So you have Lithuania but with the V. So this gave me an idea about Ukraine, because crani, it's the cranium, the skull. So here in Ukraine is the skull, the name of the skull, the cranium, the head. So it's very interesting that the name, but with taking the U you get the word cranium. Very interesting stuff. But let's do this, because I want to go to the beginning the intro for the book. And I just translated some part of it and amazed me. So you have, this is, I think it's the first page. No, this is the first page. Feel free to navigate and see it on the site. But let's go just to the illustration. Look here. The compass, you know, the astrolabe, you know, all the measurements. You see the sine wave, an horizontal grid, and what looks to be two grids. You know, we know that symbol, that fish for Christianity is the symbol of the fish, but with grid. And actually, you can see here, these are the wheels of Ezekiel, and you can see clearly here that this looks like a globe, but in here they have a dome-shaped thing with people inside, and on the top of the mountain there's a figure holding up the world. Okay, and this is the representative of the axis mundi and of the cosmic mountain. So they had this in plain sight in the illustration, the dome-shaped, the mountain pillar, and but all this to make believe that we live on a globe, when that is not the case. Well, the clues are there, so they know what they're talking about, the big deception, and we can see the beginning just right here. But very, very interesting stuff. But I want to go to this part alone. Description of Poland, Russia, and the capital of course is Moscow, and you have here, but they start with Poland, and this is very, very odd because I had to translate this. This is in Old French, but I managed to translate until this part here. So it's quite a big test, and I'm gonna show you to you what it says, because what it says just in the beginning, it's very, very relevant. So I'm gonna exit, and I'm gonna come here because I have my notes open up in here. Okay, and I'm gonna just copy what it's being said here in Portuguese language on my notes. Go to Google Translator. So this, okay, just this paragraph, the translation is this: the inhabitants of this region call it Polska, a name that derives from the Arctic Pole. Others from the word pole, which in Aklavon, in here Aklavon, it's the language that they use, means a common country or raft. Poland is composed only of country valleys and large forests because there are few mountains, which make the coast of Hungary and small Poland. Let's exit, copy another part. Okay, let's paste this. So this is this part here. Okay, Krakowi. Okay, Krakow is the capital, but it is the capital of the whole kingdom. It is a big, beautiful, rich, and well-populated city. Its double walls and very strong castle built on a rock make a vigorous defense. It was named after its founder Krakow, prince of the country, who built it in the year 700. Okay, this year is very important because of what comes next, and it's mind-blowing what comes next. in here, because there is a description of the capital of Poland at that time, and what's being said caught my eye, so I had to translate all of that. And this is very interesting information. Just check this out. Let's copy this into the translator. According to Sabin, which I think it's the guy who wrote it, what clothes Krakow does not matter. The king's palace and the dome church stand on a rocky eminence. So they built their church on a rocky eminence, and this because it's old French, it's not fluent. Okay, the way they spoke back then was a little different, and even the words are a little different. They changed sometimes. I had some trouble translating because the F sometimes changed to an S, and I had to guess what words, what was the real translation of this. But this is like they didn't know what to wear in Krakow when they got there, because of the beauty in the city and how rich it was. And here's a description of the palace and the church that was built on a rocky eminence. And here is the interesting part. Okay, let's go here and here. So you can hear already see dragon. Okay, this may caught your eye, and this is what caught my eye, was the word dragon was in here, but I think I missed some part of the translation. Let me check. Yeah, no, it's okay. So let's check the translation. So that part about the dragon here. It is in this church, where worship never ceases, that the kings of Poland usually limit themselves and bury. That means that they are buried in the church or in the palace. There they keep the king's royal crown and marks, so the achievements of the king, and they guard the royal crown at that time. And here we see you means that this is roughly translated, but they saw the path to the cave where the angry dragon withdrew once, which made terrible devastation in outlying places. It is said that King Krakow killed this monster, preferring a meat dish full of mortar and sulfur. Now, the translation is a little bit weird, and I had some difficulty translating that part because of the old French, because if you change one letter, it changes the sentence completely. But basically, King Krakow killed the dragon by getting a plate, a meat dish, and he put sulfur in it, and he threw it so that the dragon could eat it. And of course, King Krakow, okay, King Krakow, okay, was alive in the year 700. Okay, so we have a clear reference of a dragon attack on the year 700. Okay, this is not mythological times, this is recent events. And why would somebody who probably work for the government of France or to the kingdom of France visiting this part? Because this is a merchant book of someone who did trade routes with Russia and Poland. Put this in the opening of the book. Isn't that silly? if you do, this is like mythological stuff in a document that is supposed to be to the kings or to the kings of France. No, because this was a real event, okay, in the 700s, and they saw the cave, or the pathway to the cave, where Krakow had to battle a dragon, okay, and this is where the word Cracovia was given because of Krakow. And you know, you have the word draconian or Draco, okay, so this was in the 700s, and this text quotes how the city was attacked, okay. So here goes the translation, and what the picture you saw earlier. Let's make this big again. So there is a lot if you want to learn about this book. Let's go to the pictures. There's quite a big text before the illustration, and I'm gonna try and decode some of this. I feel it's important to understand what happened in the past, because all history seems to be a lie. The history that they give us, it's a complete lie. The world was much different not too long ago. So here's Krakow, the capital, and you can see the palace. And somehow they describe when Krakow built the palace and the church, there was an attack, a dragon attack, that actually destroyed or made devastation around the land, and the only way to kill them was to attract them by using meat and sulfur and other materials that they used to build the walls, so that the dragon would eat and poison the dragon. So the beast was killed in the year 700, and it's officially the story on the book. This is not mythological times, this is very recent times. Another view of the detail is just mind-blowing and amazing. I advise you to go to Flat Earth British channel and look for some of his videos for more information. But you won't get the part of the dragon. That dragon part caught my eye, so I had to translate it, and I'm glad I did, because it's awesome. This is about, look at the size of some of these buildings, is amazing. And also pay attention to the boats, the way they use to navigate rivers, because you're gonna see some strange boats. Of course, the clothes match, people on horse match, so we're not talking this about an advanced civilization, but the architecture was advanced, the way they lived. But there's nothing out of picture here, but there's gonna be. This is King, I believe, King of Poland, Jean III, King of Poland. Look in the sky. Oh, they illustrate that. The invincible monarch Jean. Okay, I invite you to go and visit all this. Look at this. This was a war, and you can see on the top of the mountain there was a fort structure, and also here that goes inside a mountain almost, and there's a structure on top, and here you can see there was a war coming. and you can hear you can see the crescent moon Muslims, okay, all here. Camels in Poland, you're gonna see a lot of those. People on water. So if you would just look at this and didn't know where it is, you just by seeing the camels you think you're in the Middle East, but you're not in the Middle East, you're in Poland. And here it says that it was a siege at the Chateau Trembiowa, and the general chief was Jan Sobieski, which I think was Jan III, the King of Poland. Okay, amazing detail, amazing detail. And you're gonna see that there are Muslims and Christians together as well in some of the artwork. Amazing. Look at this. This is the triumph of Jean III. Look at this. The temple. Look how big it is, this thing. Here is a battle in the distance. Not much detail in there, but there is a lot of detail in here. Here you see the camels again, the Muslims. And here what looks like people. And there's a female figure here holding an empty bowl. And here you see Romans, or what looks like to be a Roman soldier as well. And here is depicted the monarchy, or the royal court, giving food to the poor or something. Here's an M-shaped thing, symbol. There's people on the balcony. Look at the size of this. Sigismund. It's very, very, very interesting. Again, there is some illustration in the sky. Awesome. So there's nothing wrong here. I think this is Sandomir in Poland. Here you can see the cross of the Christian church. We're full of crosses. Yet again, all cities inside walls. You can see the structure. Some fishing. Okay, nothing wrong with this picture. But then it gets amazing. Then it gets really, really interesting. This is lovely. Look at this. Look at the size of these structures. The layout of the city. Here you can see on the corner people getting crucified, and nobody give a damn. It's a guy on the cross. Crops, agriculture, but the layout of the city is just look at this. Where are all this? Where did it go? St. Pauli Church, St. Maria Virginis. There's another map. The Great Poland, Great Poland. I'm gonna move a little bit to. This is Varsovia. And again, look at these structures. Amazing. Look at this ship. Look at this boat. There's a what looks like to be a house on a boat that is powered by a wheel. Look at this. On the river. Amazing stuff. And there are some boats that are really weird. And here, look at this fort. Who told them to build their fortifications like this? With houses. There are houses here inside. Look at the size of this thing. And what is this? Is that a piece of land? What the hell is this? You can see that there is detail on everything, but there are some things that nothing. You cannot tell what it is. Look at this. Look at this. It looks like the terrain was devastated or something. And go visit the Flooded British channel to get a grip of what he's saying. It's very interesting. And here again, some guy getting crucified out of the wall. Christian crosses. And again, Krosno, another city behind walls. Look. And here it is, Kamieniec. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the size of these. It's absolutely mind-blowing that there is a city on a plateau or under a crater of some kind, and the size. And look at the fortifications. The castle, Chateauneuf. Look here. Where did this all went? Where are these structures? And you can see the terrain. You can think, well, they're so good at building cities, but they can do roads. Look at just this is the river. All cities had canals around them, and they were specifically built for a purpose. And with structures like this. Who told them to build like this? Look at the size of this. Look at the size of the walls here. Okay, feel free to go and navigate here. Here's another perspective. And in some maps you're even gonna see Tartarius being pointed out in the map. City of Vilna. This is, I think it's Russia. Okay. This is just amazing stuff to navigate. Look, an aerial view of this. Look at the structure. Where did they learn this? People, for me, something happened not long ago, and we were actually living on top of structures like this. And this was not long ago. Wow. Look at the details. Where is this? Danzig, Russia. You even get to see renditions of the Kremlin. Look at this. The star-shaped. see noblemen. Come on. Another map. Moscow. Look at this. Look at this boat. Look at the size of what these people are using. Just look at it. What the hell is this? Amazing stuff. Look at all the buildings, all the towers. Another structure like that. Let's see if this renders. Okay. Where is this? Openwald. Look at the foundations. Amazing stuff. Like I said, feel free to check this for yourself. Look again at this boat. Just it's crazy. It's crazy. I think this is from Moscow, right? Just look at Moscow, the way it is shaped. Look at this. Looks like there was something happened. Look at this. This is not sea, this is like terrain that has captured all of this, and they had to build walls or to protect for something. This is water, some canals of water that went through the city. And look at this, the architecture of this, how they build cities, and it's amazing. It's amazing, the layout of everything. Here again, in the distance, look at the size of this. And I think there is even a picture of the Kremlin. Here's the Kremlin. Look at this. Wow. There's something off about our history, people. Something really off about our history. I think this is a festival. Celebration. Florius Park on the castle of Kremlin in the village of Moscow. Wow. This is, I think it's the royal court, the court of Russia. And look, all these people with the tall hats. Look at this. All of them. Are they like imitating the long skull giants or whatever? It's ridiculous. An audience of the ambassadors of the Tsar of Moscow, the king of Moscow. Here's the throne. Absolutely amazing. This is a procession in Moscow. The Russians dance, the dance of the Russians. You can see some of the clothing, the ecclesiastic, how they dressed. So very interesting, but blows me away is the fortification and how they build cities. And I'm not sure if Kolomna, another village of Russia, there is a lot. Look again, Torsak, Astrakhan. Mind-blowing stuff. Mind-blowing stuff from me. And here is a map. And here you see Tartary. This is supposed to be mythological, right? Tartary. Here it is. Tartary. Next to Russia. Next to Moscow. So I'm gonna end it here. Feel free to visit the Galika and see some of the videos by Flattered British. I recently subbed his channel. And right, so we have dragons in the 700s and all of these fortifications and cities built like that, and in 1733 all of this was real, and we've been fed lies, and something happened not too long ago, and they've been hiding land, they've been hiding structures, and they're destroying structures with wars on purpose, so you don't see some of the things that basically we are not supposed to see. Okay, bye bye guys.